Today we not supporting nobody.
Today we support ourselves. Niggas is funny.
Sit back thinking about got feeling like damn. Boy, you took it far. But I just started gassing the whole damn room up in this mason jar. Should I take charge? Flying out space door. Take my shit to the stars. Get all my love and I like that shit too, babe. Feel like Aaron DeBarge. Even when I had no sense, I bet I made some change. 23, this ain't my first life. I'm show you things. Little bro say got a 100 dog. You don't need no land. I want dog, won't sit on my ass too long. Bro, he's not the same. I blurred out when I'm hung walk that door. Need prescription change. Dog got poppy from Asia, bad as fuck. London tipping things. I'm gonna want this combo in my cup. Hop out with, went straight to the run, little baby. She ain't need my thing. Words ain't need exchange. Just sit back, let her do her thing. I don't need who on shotgun range. Walk like 50 and cocaine frame. Brand new bitch, I'll do all day. Wipe her door, this my old little flame. I'm trying to run my way. Level up, ain't shit the same. Sit back thinking about that feel again. Boy, you took it far, but I just started gassing the whole damn room up in this mason jar. Should I take charge? Behind her space door, taking my steps to the stars. Get all my love and I like that shit too, babe. Feel like El DeBarge. Baby, you fine. Fear got on my hat, or stay on my mind, been on my grind. Nigga wanna talk about pros, force him to take some time. Cartier for my eyes, I close them hoes. Niggas see just fine, I ain't here try to talk no more. When I told you once, little nigga, don't cross that line. Pat round in my system, mix that with a wood and spit too. Do wrong, but I always repent to. Look deep, dog, you see what I've been through. It ain't nothing to me. Keep a bad thing around just for company. Make moves like I'm running a company. That's a man, he ain't shit with a chump to me. Making money is a habit and stuck with me. Sit back thinking, dog, I'm feeling like Jim. Boy, you took it far, but I just started gassing the whole damn room up in this mason jar. Should I take charge? Fuck like her space dog, taking myself to the stars. Get all my love and I like that shit too, babe. Feel like El DeBarge.
Oh, bro, man. Hey, man. Man. Somebody got a tape dropping soon, man.
It's on the way, bro. Just wait. I'm telling you.
Y'all better be ready, man. It's gonna be constant motion. Everybody always gonna be, setting the streets on fire.
Yep.
We coming heavy pressed every single time, so look out for that. I'm excited. You already know,
My favorite songs right now.
Ladies
That's
and
one of my favorite
gentlemen,
songs.
welcome to the Empty Cup Podcast. This episode 4. Episode 4. This is the 4th installment. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Guys, if you don't know who we are by now, we need you to go back to those last 3 episodes.
Episode 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, you got some catching up to do. You know what I'm saying? So today, first I want to start off by just checking on the guys. How y'all doing today?
Oh, of course, man. Definitely feeling good, man. Feeling blessed. Definitely feel like niggas been working in constant elevation everywhere in life, man. So I feel like with that comes the trials and tribulations, but at the same time, as long as I feel like you pushing through it, keep you in a good mood. So that's where I'm at right now, for sure.
Facts. I'm good as well, man. Another day above ground.
It's a blessing.
Grateful, bro. Man, bro.
Yeah, bro.
For real though, yeah.
Real shit. I'm cool, I feel like we'll probably get into some shit later on today. But I've been okay. You know what I'm saying? Just rolling, maneuvering, making those adjustments. But we here.
Yeah. Kind of the same boat. I'm ready to take charge. That's how I feel today, bro. No faking, bro.
Oh God.
For real.
Man, life been lifing, but we still maintain, we press forward. So that's what I've been on. Still grateful, still blessed. So just, fighting every day, a fight. And I love to fight. Like,
Man,
so
what?
We here with it. That's
What?
it. So I've been pretty good, in short. That's what's up, man. That's good to hear, man. Today, man, our topic is the creative process. Know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can, when you're talking about the creative process, that's so layered. Yeah.
But I think where is a good place to start at is when did each of you find out that, you were creatives?
For me, I think that I didn't feel comfortable in my creativity until relatively recently, like in my adult life. Like that wasn't really something I looked at when I was real young, but I believe that the first person that exposed me to
creativity and like creatively expressing yourself was one of my older cousins. Shout out to Rob. That's actually who I was gonna shout out today too. 14, 17.
Yeah, 14, 17.
Yeah, he got his whole music production company, music management, studio, shooting, doing photo shoots, video shoots, all of that. So check out 14, 17, the spot. We'll put something in for that.
14, 17.
Yeah,
real.
But in terms of like exposing me to creativity, Rob was, and he'd hate that I say this, but like used to love, it was just hip hop. So dancing, you feel me? Music, rap, all of that. Like, that's my guy. I know he gonna hate that
Wrong with dancing.
But no, you feel me? Like, just all that. And I fell in love with hip hop culture at a young age from that. I just didn't feel like I could express that. Like, I was more of an observer from the outside looking in. He also was into martial arts. He's one of the first people that, kind of put me on to that. So I got into that when I was younger. But I would say that's when I got, started to grow my love for creativity. Now I express it through a multitude of different ways. But,
Yeah, bro. That's
a multitude.
Hey,
Spell that,
you can, nigga. We playing the word game.
Right.
But no. But for real, bro, like, it's kind of similar to you actively doing something with, or like accepting the fact that I'm a creative, or really accepting it. It's been recent in my adult life. Yeah. You feel me? Or I even say late teenage years to adult life, because of fighting. You feel me? And how creation can come out of that. But nonetheless, I was actually a kid too, bro, when I first got turned on to this shit, though. Like, my dad was a producer, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did a lot of music and shit. I done seen a lot of shit with this music shit with him, bro. And I remember being in elementary school, and I was like 6, nigga. I walked into my people's room. I told them, like, yeah, I want to be a rapper. My mama damn near passed out in that bitch. She looked at me like, nigga, what? My dad was like, no, let him do it. If you want to, you got to do it for real, though, if you really want to do it. I'm like, all right, bro. He's taking the studio sessions and shit. So that's how I got turned on to this shit like that. But as far as me, like, yeah, I'm a creative, you feel me? Like, this shit new. So.
That's what's up. I think for me, I kind of like started discovering my creativity early. I think early is like 2, 3, I was drawing and stuff. I think like what really kind of like the first trigger was like, I think one of my first art classes when I was in elementary school, and like my art teacher was just like, you sweet, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, she was like really encouraging me, and that like really pushed me to keep drawing. It was like competitions and stuff like that I would like be entering with drawing, and I think like one of the things that like my school, I was fortunate my school had like this publishing center, and you could like write stories and get it published. You know what I'm saying? So me and my bro at the time, shout out Godai, but me and him, we was just creating stories, and just seeing that process of something coming from my head to being published and being able to share it with people was like my first trigger. Like, okay, this is something I want to do.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that is hard, bro.
I need more stuff like that in school.
That
shit crazy.
Yeah.
That was in what grade they had?
That shit was like second grade.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro.
But for me, I knew I was a creative. I think I wrote my first song when I was like 12 years old. And I wrote the song to, I wrote it to a beat. It was Wiz Khalifa.
I thought you said you wrote it to it.
Nah.
Oh my God, bro.
I wrote it, it was a Wiz Khalifa beat. It was on my level. But I flipped it because I was like heavy in the church, like my dad a pastor and stuff. So I flipped it, gave it like a gospel spin.
Yeah.
So it was on my level. I named it On My Bible.
On my
I
Bible.
probably still got it in my phone.
That's
today.
on my
You
Bible.
can redo that.
The
Bible.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
on my
I wrote
Bible.
that joint.
Yeah.
But
That's on my Bible. Yeah.
For real, though.
But I wrote that joint, I was like 12, and
I mean, it was like, it's always been stages of my creativity, because at that point, like, I'd just be writing it. But, you know, I didn't really take it anywhere. Then I finally first got in the studio, probably like my senior year of high school. Then I made a song. I let everybody hear it. They're like, you know, that shit. But there's some people was like, oh, that's you? Like, they couldn't tell it was me rapping. They're like, drop it. I'm like, nah, I don't think I should drop it. So then it was I had to go another stint without dropping music. And then I just finally started dropping. But yeah, this creativity, it's been in me since a young age, for sure. I knew I was a creative. Like Jay said, I used to draw a little bit too. I wasn't cold, but I be drawing. Yeah, or caricatures, big ass heads.
Yeah, this nigga funny.
But yeah, it's been since a young age, for sure.
Yeah.
That's you, Mike.
I pretty much fall in with that same boat as y'all, man. I feel like I realized I was creative at a young age as well. Like Jay said, I used to write stories. Used to have these whole plots in my head and come up with a whole story. Cause I used to like reading when I was a kid a lot. Yeah. It's crazy actually. Like I would start out, like I said, writing stories, and then like Jay said, we had a thing at my elementary school where they had everybody in the class talk about what they wanted to be when they grew up. And you had to pick, you know, everybody pick, you know, firefighter, everybody pick, you know, policeman, this and that, right? And it's actually so crazy because I said I wanted to be a rapper, just like how you said, bro. I said I wanted to be a rapper, and you had to go up in front of the class, say your whole speech, right? What's the craziest part about that story is that when after I did mine, the teacher of your class got to pick who they thought was the best two from their class, and you got to go say your speech in front of the principal and this and that. Why my teacher picked me? And I felt like it wasn't because what I picked, what I said I wanted to be, is because of how I talked about it. It was because how passionate I sounded like I knew so much about being around. You know what I mean? And I felt like it always was like how you said, it was always in me from a young age there, but like I never thought. I used to try how people be now going on YouTube looking for beats, finding beats and making. I was doing that when I was literally like 10 years. I'm searching a Mac Miller type beat, J. Cole type beat, Drake type beat, even then, because I was just so fascinated by at that time frame, that just the rappers at that time frame. I went through this whole Mac Miller phase where all I wanted was snapbacks and flannel button-ups, and I wanted to dress like Mac Miller, dog. But like I feel like I said, it's always been there, and then it didn't really open up for me until during COVID, right when COVID hit, actually, because I always would write stuff, but then I'd just be like, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? Rapping was the one thing that like I felt like I couldn't just get right. I could learn how to draw. I could learn how to, like I said, write stories. But I would write my own shit and be like, damn, I don't know how I feel about this. But then, like I said, I did a freestyle and I had voice memo with a freestyle. I went home. They sent everybody home from school during COVID. I told my little brother, like, dog, I did this freestyle. I think I might want to make this into a song. He like, shit, I got this Yeti mic that I use for the game. Fuck it. Let's go downstairs and try it. Fuck it. Right. Man, I can't even tell you what software we was using down there. We in my parents' basement, bro. Cooking shit up, recording. Like how you said, bro, I'm sending it to everybody. I'm like, bro, I just started rapping, man. Like, how y'all think? They like, they what you saying sweet, the beat sweet, but it's the mix. It sound like you in your parents' basement making the tracks, bro. I'm literally like, and it was so crazy because during that time, like I said, that was when COVID first hit, right? So everybody in the crib. I ain't doing no schoolwork. Right. I'm writing, bro. Literally, I was pumping out like 10 songs. I pumped out like 10 songs, wrote 10 songs in like 2-3 days, bro. Going crazy. And I'm like, dog, this is nuts. So I'm like, I'm about to go to the studio. People like, bro, you gotta go to the studio. Go to the studio. So then that's where it really took, the creative process really took off for me then, was once I stepped foot in the studio for real, because I feel like that's when it became serious. But like how y'all said, man, I feel like it's been in me since a young age, bro, just because I've always been so fascinated by rap as a genre, as a whole. Like I always like, dog, that was the coolest shit ever to me. Watching TV, DMX was like the coolest motherfucker ever to me as a kid, bro. He was 50, that was my first favorite. I would say 50 for sure was my first favorite rapper.
50 was hard.
And 50 was we was just talking about
in the club. That's the first song I could vividly remember. Like I learned the words. Niggas was Go Shawty, it's your bro. I remember being a kid. That was the first song I learned. The first song. So and ever since then, like I said, bro, it always was sparked in, but I feel like it didn't take until I was 20, 21 years old to really lock in with it. And go ahead.
I'm about to say, it seemed like we all got like similar stories with that. Like we kind of, got introduced to it, but then it took us a long time for it. And I'll say, to add this in, I feel like for me, and even still to this day, like I fight it too. Like I fight that, you know, that creative kind of, you know, it's like the creativity want to, you know, explode. You want to express that, but I be fighting it, especially at a young age though, man.
But why do y'all think that is sometimes?
So I'm gonna tell you, like my pops loved music, but I think that just the way I was brought up, it's like that's not a safe route. No. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of security in going the creative expression route. So I wrote my first rap when I was like 11, 12, somewhere between 11 and 13 too. And I remember it was to Lil Wayne, My Life with The Game, featuring The Game.
Yeah, that's a deep ass. Bro, I was 11.
No,
These demons on my.
It wasn't even like that. It was like, you feel me? I was right. I just love the beat and I like that song, so I wrote to it. It wasn't no. You feel me? What they was rapping on, but I just remember looking at it. I think I might have rapped it for my dad, maybe my siblings, and it was just like, man, like yeah, that's cool, but do you really want to do that? Like, what about journalism? Like, that's all. The conversation just always switched. You feel me? So I got accustomed to not necessarily pushing for that.
That's interesting you say that, because you know, we all have told, like, you know, how we discovered it, creativity, and you know, it's that feeling, like you said, it's an energy that's so, I mean, it's like you actually fight it. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's a difference between us discovering it and then accepting. Yeah, you know,
that's a fact.
So it's interesting when you say like, you know, that's something you fight from how you raised. Cause I was raised similar. You know, like my family come from like all educators, and they're very. I don't know which side of the brain that is, because you know you got the left and right. I look it up later, but they more so on the analytical logic side. You know what I'm saying? It felt like I was the only one. Well, I actually say my sister Janae, because she was cold at drawing. She was like the first one I saw draw and was just like, bro, that's
they
hard.
say the left brain is more verbal, analytical, and orderly than the right brain.
Okay, yeah. So they were more left brain. I feel like I'm more like right brain dominated, and just being in an environment like that, it had me fighting against that, or feeling like, okay, is this like innate, like instinct to express in this way? Because I couldn't help it. I'd be drawing. I got in trouble in school for writing on walls and stuff like, but that's like how.
I couldn't help you, niggas. I had to get this shit out. I had to.
Like,
I'm about to draw on anything.
I can't stop.
Hey, but for real,
no,
bro.
That is interesting though, that y'all bring up like the environment. I feel like the environment that you are in definitely plays a huge role in your creative process. Dude, bro, that was when I was first writing, that was literally my biggest obstacle, was like, bro, how am I about to play this shit for my parents? Like, I want them to hear it, but you know what I'm saying, how is they gonna feel about it? And I feel like, bro, I was blessed enough. My parents was like, first of all, my pops told me, like, if your shit was weak, I would have told you off rip. Like, maybe, so the fact that I feel like they was able to really see that I was serious about it, I was actually writing some actual decent shit, they supported it, you know what I mean? Like I said, that was later down the line where I really came to them like, you know, I'm about to start making music for real. And as a kid, I'm not sure how that convo would have went. I'm not sure how that convo would have went, but
shit, I told y'all my Dukes wasn't going. She was
right, and I feel like like how y'all said, man, that could make you
not
want to.
Bro.
I think fear play an aspect too, though. Like I think I was, you know, as a young kid, I was afraid to express, you know, just fear of judgment. You know what I'm saying? You go through that. I went through that at least, you know, as a kid, wanting to fit in, worried about being judged, but. You know, I didn't learn the importance of just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, let that out, like express yourself however, you know, you feel the need to. And for me, that was through music and fighting. Like, and basketball, I love basketball, but more music and fighting, especially at this point.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And circumstances can change for this, but currently, bro, I feel as if the fighting bag gives me more range of expression than music because of the addition of thought when it comes to music, because I'm thinking like about all the extra shit, like okay, bro, like, yeah, you feel me? You speaking on your life, but you don't want to necessarily step on no toes or make, you feel me, motherfuckers uncomfortable and shit like that. Like,
When you freestyling, are you thinking?
I was about to say.
no, but that's, y'all niggas know when I freestyle, bro, the melodies and shit that come is, in my opinion, sometimes it be like, nigga, you write that down, bro. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? But it's the truth.
I think that you had the capability for real to go into like that Wayne flow state. Like
Nigga.
Jay-Z, Wayne, like, nigga, I don't write nothing. You feel me? Like, I just go in there. You feel,
I
it's
think
just,
when it comes to, you know, like any new realm, like you're gonna be in that thinking stage first. Like with martial arts, like when we first started, we were robotic at
Yeah,
first,
bro.
but then the fluidity started to increase the more we just started to put the reps in. And I find that just the same with the music. And I know we were having a conversation not too long ago, pushing what we think is possible.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? When it comes to the music shit, like it's cause you know we just like in a fight, you got your comfort zone. You okay? This nigga like to kick. This nigga like to have his interval, and we know what makes him uncomfortable too. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. I feel musically like this. It's been a new dojo in a sense where it's like, and I think that's what kind of you know, with music for me, it became my new dojo because I saw the challenge in it. You know, it kept pushing me, and I feel like when when it come to creating, especially in a studio space, it's really just like the fighting. You know.
Yeah.
so then, Mike, you were saying your
Yeah.
creative process different from Issa's.
Bro, the complete opposite, bro. I approach like a beat, like how he said, bro. I'll listen to it over and over and over. I'll write a little bit, play the beat, start the beat over, say that line, cause I'll write it and then I have to say it out loud to make
make
sure
sure
it fit, it sound right, the breaths is right. So, bro, I would be literally, I'll be working on one song for an hour just to make sure that it sound that good. You know what I mean? Cause I look at it as like we talked about before, bro. If it costs money to go to the studio and get your shit done and mixed, and so when I go in there, bro, I want to waste zero time, bro. Waste zero time. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. So when I'm approaching a song, dude, we gonna practice this until I can one take the whole verse. You know what I mean? One take the whole track. So then when I take it to the studio, it's fun. But I feel like with that though, of course, that keeps the distance and time between me hitting the studio. And because when I do go, I want to have like 5, 6, 7 songs.
I'm the same way in that route.
Especially, like I said, especially if it's costing $65 an hour, you feel me? So we going in there, we gonna make sure we gonna get the tape done. And we gonna have a whole tape fully mix and master everything. So like I said, I feel like with that, just taking that approach about how you want to take it to the studio, I feel like that helps during the writing process and making sure that like, and the hard, and I told Jay this, the hardest part for me writing a song, bro, is literally the first bar. It's literally how I'm going, what's the first thing I'm about to say? That because it's gotta be hard. The hook gotta be hard. Writing the hook is the toughest part of the song structure. I break songs down in structures that go hook, verse, hook, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody else get on it. You know what I mean? But the hook is always the hardest part because that's gotta be catchy. The hook gotta hit for sure. But yeah, like I said, bro, I feel like when I make something too fast, I really gotta sit and listen to it and be like, I could go back and fine tune this and that, and I really just play around with a lot of stuff until I feel 100% accurate or 100% confident that everything is where it should be, bro. I be writing like, man, this gotta be hard. People gotta hear this and be like, damn, that's sweet. You know what I mean? I feel like when I freestyle, I can say some sweet shit, but it don't be streamlined. You know what I mean? When I'm writing a bar, like when I'm writing my songs, like I'll say something here and then I'll say something down here that connect to something I said 3-4 lines ago. You know what I mean? I feel like when you play around with the flows and like how you was talking about, bro, what made you do this in that pocket and what made you say this here, it just come to you. But like I said, I be trying to connect this shit. And like when niggas listen to my songs, I want them to like break it down, like how niggas do like Andre 3000 and Kanye and talk about the Wayne, talk about the rhyme schemes, and I be trying to come up with whole rhyme schemes that go for a whole section of a song, bro. So I feel like with that, it take me a little bit longer during my process, but I wish I could just do it easy. I wish I could do that, bro. And then shit he be saying be so cold. I wish that I could feel as confident in my freestyles like that, because I feel like that would help speed up
The process.
my song making process. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I do fine tune and take a lot of time with my process for sure. But like I said, I'm just thinking about the studio. I'm thinking about like, okay, when it's time to go in the studio, nigga,
But low key, because I'm the same way with that shit too. Even if I do that shit that way, like, I sit on some shit and wait until I had that shit cemented in my brain to the point where I can get in there and I know as you could play the beat, I'm listening through the headphones in front of the mic, and I know everything that I want on that record. Ad libs, I know where I want this to be, where I want the beat to drop out, like I can hear that shit before I even touch
And that's where having your own equipment comes in way that, bro. That's the best investment you can make as an artist. Is having your own equipment, because like, bro,
and learning the skills.
we could do all that shit for free. We got the mic, we could practice flows, freestyle, do all that shit for free. Have that shit prepared, take it to the studio, and we getting 15 songs done.
And eventually you do it yourself. You have good enough equipment to do it yourself.
I think
send it off to get mastered. That's probably it.
It's interesting because I've had the opportunity to be in the studio with all of you, and you know, just bringing it back to comparing it to fighting. Everybody fight different, you know. Just like everybody records different, everybody processes different. And I think initially for me, I was like similar to you, being like music. I wanted to be more in the background, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be the artist, you know? So it took me longer than anybody around me to make music when we did decide to make music, you know? So it was, I was able to just like really kind of mesh into people's like styles, like had people that like punching, literally, you know what I'm saying? Or Mike, where I remember the first time I went in the studio with Mike, it was like, it intimidated me because he had whole songs finished, ready, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm writing right there, you know what I'm saying? It's fluid, you know, it's water, you know, and I'm just like, dang, like so learning like that balance in between finding different styles, I think, you know, for me, it showed me the benefit in being in the moment and capturing the energy that wouldn't have happened any other times. Like, we've been in the studio a couple times, I freestyled and said something that I wouldn't have said it that way if I wrote it down. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then I got things that I've been holding on to for years that I've written, and it's been so heavy. I'm like, oh, this is not time for this yet. You know? So.
Right.
Sal, so I know you talked a little bit about your process, but do you do that every time, or do you switch it up in terms of your process of making music and writing a song, or creating a song?
Most of the time, really, like, my go-to is I just do a whole bunch of reference tracks. Like, if y'all notice, when we be freestyling, like, y'all will be freestyling, saying your words, but most of the times I'm just trying to find flows. Like, that's why I feel like it's so easy for me to make hooks, because, like, it's just, that shit just come naturally. Like, I can just find the flow on the beat, and y'all know I be singing, so, like, but usually most of the times I just like do references, and then like I'll go to the references, fill in the words from there. If I don't like it, like, it'll be times I'll have like 3-4 versions of songs, and just like I had to figure out which one I want to release. But then I'll do like melodies and stuff, but most of the time I just do reference tracks and then just figure it out from there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, Jay, we was just talking about this the other day, bro. Like I said, I feel like that approach that analytical approach to writing and stuff, bro, I've never had to rewrite a verse ever. Never had to rewrite a verse. Anytime I laid the verse down, I was always satisfied with it. You know what I mean? I felt like, like I said, man, I wish I could just feel more confident in my freestyle and what I say during the freestyle. I feel like my brain can't, when I take my time with it a little bit, I could formulate better bars, better flows, you know what I mean? So I feel like, and like I said, the environment earlier, the environment that you in definitely influences the creative process too, bro. Like, just being around you know, people who do pun, you can see like, bro, it's multiple ways to make some hard ass shit. It's multiple ways. It's totally 10 totally different ways you could do it. You don't have to be that guy that have everything ready. You know, one take everything to make some hard ass shit. You don't got to be that guy. You could be, you know, you don't got to be the guy that freestyle everything to also be able to say some sweet shit as well. There's multiple ways to do it. So it's all about just finding, of course, what worked best for you. Yeah. I feel like BG, you just got to find. I feel like how we was talking about, you seeing everybody else style and how everybody else do it. You got to just find what works for you, for real, for real. Whether that's blending every other style that you've seen or just coming with a whole new, you know, way of approaching it yourself. Because I'm hearing these freestyles, bro. I heard these voice memos. You be saying some shit. Nah, you be saying some shit. The bars is there. The bars is definitely there for sure. Even the flow. I said that's BG rapping. I said, dog, you got a sweet rap voice.
What Super Hot Fire say? But I'm not a rapper. I think I'm just right now. I'm tapping in to feel out, because I have sat down and you know, been kind of paying more attention and putting more intention into it recently. So just feeling out what my process would be. Like I discovered recently, I'm not comfortable yet writing like not to a beat and then just forcing that into a beat.
I've never done that. I never thought that was ever a good idea.
You know what's funny? I write that way.
Some people do that.
I write that way.
I have not do that.
I never thought that. I never did that.
It's funny because like I think it comes from me writing stories. Like I can like write without a beat, or I'll listen to a playlist of beats and I'll find like a pocket and I'll write. If these two pockets may not go together, but like I'll listen to a beat, say I need a feature or whatever, and I'll be like, oh shit, this sound cold with it, and just be way more fluid.
I've done that before too. Like it's hella just shit in there. Like sometimes I just start writing in my phone to nothing, just writing. But then I get in the studio, and now like I'm blank. I go to one of these verses, I'm like, oh, this shit.
See, I think again, like Mike said, I think it'll be pulling pieces for different situations though. Like that might work for a scenario, you know, where you in the studio, you might feature on something, or it's a last minute thing, and you need quick bars, and now you got stuff in your phone, and you pick and choose what you can make work, or you searching for beats for this, you know, rap that you wrote, and maybe this beat don't work, but this one does. I think my problem was I was trying to force it to one specific beat. And it just wasn't, you feel me?
Right, you was like, bro, why it's not? It's
like,
beat.
This nigga that motherfucker sounding like Ice JJ.
Nigga, I done rewrote whole songs, though. Like, I know we was just talking about not having, like, going back over shit again, you feel me? Like, I done wrote shit maybe a year ago, and I've been content with it the whole time. And then I'll go back and not listen to the song that I wrote, but listen to the beat again, the instrumental again, and start freestyling some completely different shit that wasn't there the first time. And it's like, this one might be the take, bro. Right. Like, scratch that other shit, fuck that shit, do something with this, bro. I do shit like that all the time.
You know what that remind me of?
All the time.
Like when you know, we train and stuff and we on the floor, then you step away from the floor, but oddly you come back better.
Yeah.
Like it's like life kind of teaching you and evolves you as well, because you kind of using your creative juices and just using, you know, your prowess in life in general.
It's like that saying, it's like the man and the river like are never the same, like they never meet in the same space.
Yeah.
You know, like, cause the man is different and the river is different.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And Rob told me inside that, he was like, bro, y'all niggas gotta go live. Like go live some, so you have more to write about. Like you have more to say, go live.
I think that's what writing blocks are. Like I think that's like my spirit telling me to live. Like it's just like, okay, you need to step away from trying to express it or articulate this experience, like you
and experience the experience.
I was just telling Jay that too, man. I feel like if you look at like my discography, each tape that I've put out is in a different period of my life. I'm literally talking about different things on every tape, because I feel like when I'm writing, like I live in that process, I'm asking myself, how am I feeling right now? What message am I trying to you know, what message am I trying to get out right now? I feel like with this last tape, By the Grace, I feel like I wanted to like basically say that like, nigga, I'm the best rapper out. You feel me? Me and my guys is the hardest niggas out. what is the best way I can say that through this music right now? And I feel like each tape, each time I'm approaching some new music, I feel like that's how I started off. How am I feeling right now?
It's a time capsule.
Yeah, it's a time capsule. And Press Start, on the other hand, that was 2021. I was on some being 100% transparent and honest, nigga. I was looking for love, looking at.
I was looking for love. I feel you though, bro.
Motherfuckers was man,
The love cartel.
going
nigga.
through it, man.
Yeah,
No,
I
but for real
feel
though,
you,
I had got out of a long time relationship, and I was in that phase, bro, where it's like damn, like I didn't really believe in love no more. I thought that was my high school girl. We broke up, this and that. I'm thinking, well, fuck it, it's over with. Fuck it, it's over. So I feel like in that time frame, that's the music I was making. You know what I mean? And then I feel like I said, you ask yourself how you feel. I feel like that can also, and ask yourself what message you trying to get across. That can help better shine that creative process through for sure.
I like that. I have a question, and this is kind of, it's not on the music side. This is on the combat side. So when we talk about expressing ourselves on the combat side, how do you look at a creative process when it comes to that? Like, because I know with that, we don't really focus on thought, like, oh, this is my plan going in type thing. You know, it's just you dealing with what comes in the moment, and it's a lot of focus on staying present. So how would you describe your creative process when you're standing in front of somebody else and expressing yourself through that means?
I think me and East had a dope conversation. We was exchanging, and he was like, it's like ironic how like the more you give up control, the more control you have, you know? And I think when it comes to the creative process or an actual fight, if you come here with any preconceived ideas, thoughts about what you're gonna do, it's not gonna work. You have to really be still and see what's being given and expressed to you, you know? And then that goes for like the music, because I look at the music as the other opponent, you know? And you have to really be present, because you hear a lot of niggas all the time look like the beating they ass. It sound like it. Like it sound like the beating they ass. And they going against it. And it's just like, bro, like I would rather just listen to this music. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really elevating this to anything, you know?
Might be ruining the experience for me.
Right, like you
Bro,
like,
you ever heard some shit that was just so ass, bro? Like,
yes. I don't know how to start telling y'all niggas the shit y'all send me ass, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just
like, bro, you ever heard some shit that just don't move you, bro? Like, you really be like,
I stopped fake nodding to niggas
fake
shit,
nod.
bro.
And it be bad when you be trying to fuck with it and you be like, bro, I just can't.
Now,
bro.
sometimes though, niggas should be just straight garbage. Sometimes though, I can tell you just beginning your process though, and you got, you know, potential,
that's
but
different.
you gotta work.
I think, it's a difference, because we was talking the other day and it was just like, niggas saying you some shit and you like, are you serious? You almost kind of get offended because niggas know how serious you take this shit. So it's like, why would you send me some bullshit like that?
Some bullshit, talk about hop on this, bro.
But on some real shit, even thinking about from the fighting perspective, bro, like, nigga, like, the creative process in that way, to me, it involves the stillness, but it's not me. Like, I'm not, Issa, like, I'm not even present in that moment, bro. This is just what I would, like, spirit, you feel me? This is that inner you feel me? This shit that the body protects. That's what I feel as if is expressing itself in the highest form, you feel me?
I think the same way with music, low key. And honestly, it's so interesting because I look at combat through two different lenses. Like you have combat in the world of sports, then you have real life war combat type thing. And I thought that a lot of fighters on the sports side, you know, plan out things, like they watch a lot of film, and you hear about fighters talking about that, and they develop these plans for these different fighters. Every fighter has a different game plan type thing, almost like basketball or football, you know. But then I heard who is now the #1 pound for pound boxer in the world, Bud, he said on the interview, he was like, I don't even
That
watch
nigga's a
film.
dog, bro.
He was like, I don't watch film like that. He was like, I watch a little bit, but I leave that to my coaches. They tell me what this guy does. They train me in a certain way that kind of caters to this guy, but I make my adjustments in the moment.
I feel
That's
like in
the
a
best
fight,
part,
you-
though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what
what
you.
you
That's
got, 'cause
the
I'm
only
feeling
thing you
it. You
can
can't
do
do
in a
it.
fight. You
Well,
can't-
sometimes
I can watch film all I want. This nigga might come with a.
You be
That's what I'm
surprised.
saying.
But
If he
see,
abandons that
in the
game
sport,
plan.
I think the reason why people can lean on that in the sport is because it's rules. It's a box.
Yeah.
So it's almost like James Harden. You know, like when he would flail or
Dog,
Trey
it's
Young
different.
flail
I
to
feel
the
like
foul.
it's different with like a football, basketball watching film because bro, that's I fighting. I feel like that's.
It's
I
like
feel like you setting yourself up.
not necessarily.
Thinking he gonna do this all the time.
If you know
might
that
be
you
big.
got a dog jab and you watch this guy and you like he can't walk through it. You feel me? Then you can start to develop people. That's why they develop game plans. But it's like in a real
I
street
see,
fight,
yeah.
somebody could throw sand in your eye. Somebody could spit on you. Somebody could
real.
elbow you, kick you, scratch you.
And
You
I was
can't
just
really.
about to tell you, bro, like you'd be surprised how many
Just sliding
disciplines
Yeah, I'm just saying, you never know.
are so boxed in and structured behind technique.
Yeah,
Like they're so behind their technique that if you learn a lot of disciplines, if you don't do step 1 and 2, that's your ass.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And you need to be a certain space from your opponent.
I
to
can't let you
execute.
get close.
You know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying? And they being
let you
taught
get
like
close.
that makes you rigid in that way.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
It'd be
So-
like a chess match. That remind me of chess. I used to play chess. And you
But
just
see,
like-
that's what I think. It is chess, but at the same time, the fighters that I see that are the best don't play chess. Bro.
They don't, bro.
They're in a flow. Khabib, John Jones,
Yeah.
T. Bud, they in a flow state, and they existing.
They're allowing the opponent to fully express
Yeah.
themselves. Be like,
And
let me
just-
see
I
what you
don't
got on
know.
the floor.
I don't know how locked in y'all is with the anime, but in Dragon Ball Z, the reason Goku can go Ultra Instinct and Vegeta can't is because Vegeta think too much.
Yeah.
It's Goku just let the martial arts just flow through him.
And-
That's what Ultra. It's that flow state.
Yeah.
Ultra
And if you
Instinct is that
notice-
flow state. You just don't. Your body just reacts. They said Vegeta too. He think about his moves too
Yeah.
much. And I feel like that tie in
No, that's
specifically
definitely
to
it.
Even in the
what
even
y'all talking about.
with Goku though, bro, they said that his like when he was first learning it, that flow state, bro, that it was only on the defensive side for like avoiding being struck, bro, because he would still think because of his battle after battle after battle about
Right.
hitting. So that was the block for him. Like the thought was the block for him to just be able to respond. You
Right.
feel me? Just do whatever was called for on the offensive side, on the striking side. But defensively, the Ultra Instinct, that nigga don't like what the fuck? You can do whatever you want. It
Now
don't
you know
matter.
Vegeta got something though. I don't know. If
He
y'all-
got some.
He got
yeah,
the
I'm
ultra
hit. He got
ego.
ego.
That
Oh
ultra
yeah, he
ego.
got some
Yeah.
shit though.
Hey,
And,
and
look,
He got
there's
some
some
shit.
too.
I say on the
Some
other
shit
side,
too.
it is some niggas who think, and I've like ran across people like this, but who it's like they do think, but it's just will. Like they got a will of fire. Like just I'm thinking, but you might knock me down. I'm just not stopping. Like it don't matter, and they run through stuff, and they can break you down if you let them take you out of the flow state.
I was finna
Right.
say, it's only one or two ways to really deal with somebody with that type of unwavering will. It's to really end that shit, or you're gonna have to like you gotta make sure they can't move, bro. You feel me? You can have all the will you want, but if you can't move, then it's
Boxing,
over.
bro, like I feel like how y'all say just the approach to it, bro. Like if I know this nigga got a mean left, I would be looking at that left hand that whole time. Hey, watch the left, watch the. That's when his ass hit you with the right.
Yeah,
He gonna fake the jab with the left and then come with a right. Now you
Face planted on the
That's
mat.
why you gotta be ready.
nigga in
for
your face
whatever.
6.
You gotta be ready
That'd
for
be the
whatever.
worst.
Real
Hey,
shit.
in terms of that sport combat, them niggas like, I commend them niggas, bro. Cause
Oh,
you gotta
100%.
lose eventually, and like especially the
Shit.
social
Well,
media.
I mean, shit.
I mean, well, you
some of
don't
these
have to
niggas,
lose, but I'm saying
Some,
like
for mostly 99% of
that's
people,
cause.
that is the fact.
But I'm saying like niggas now, like niggas back in the day, like Muhammad Ali had losses and shit. Nigga Tyson lost.
Even some
Them-
of the greats today lose. It's only a
Yeah.
few
I'm just
special
saying, I
people
feel like
who don't.
social media give it a different like feel because now you
Oh, yeah.
lose, nigga. You gotta stay off that shit.
You
Oh,
lost.
you a mean
Nigga
nigga.
lost.
No,
one
I
fight.
say
Right.
this though. I say this,
Yeah.
and as somebody who loved this shit, like, and I believe that they think like this too. I can't speak for no other man, but I don't give a fuck about that. I'm more mad about
Losing.
losing.
Yeah,
than
fuck
like,
the loss.
fuck, I don't care what people, you know what I'm saying?
And I
that's
wouldn't
literally
say
a
mad.
one-on-one battle.
Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all. Since y'all
And realistically, you could beat any nigga. If I'm a nigga that lost in a professional fighting environment,
Nigga,
any
everybody
nigga
who's
that's
saying
I'm
something,
beating your
that's
ass,
me,
bro.
I'm fucking you up.
Realistically, like if this was
It
face
don't
to face,
even,
you
you
get
know,
your shit
you're not
rocked,
even
nigga.
gonna say
I don't
that,
give a
bro.
fuck about what you talking
And
about.
look, and then I feel like at the end of the day, they be like, shit, nigga still made
And I'm
2 million.
Yeah, 2 million.
I ain't get the 8 million, but I got the 2.
Two
Shit.
off the
That's
tip.
a fact,
nigga.
Shit, but I got a question for y'all, man. Since y'all been so heavy in the dojo, of course, for a really long time. I know, like with me, football taught me so many life lessons that like I take now past football. You know, now that I'm done playing, it's shit now today that I be like, damn, this just like that time I was in practice and I was on the field and I read some shit, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So with the dojo, bro, like what is like some of the like key lessons that y'all feel that y'all take from? Because I feel like y'all apply the dojo to everything, and I feel like that shit.
But that's the
is
answer.
an easy connect.
That's
to,
my answer, bro.
Yeah.
Is that honestly, for me personally, I can't sit down, like if I was to sit down and tell you what rules I use or how I move with this shit, like what I take with me every day, we'd be talking for another hour and a half. Nigga. You feel
That's
me?
a
For
whole
real.
nother
It's a
hour.
whole nother
Damn,
thing.
that shit's cool.
conversation.
That shit dope.
The
Fuck.
simplest
That shit dope
answer
as
for
fuck.
me is that it's all the time. Like this shit, the dojo stopped being like the dojo and the teachings really, and they became my way of thinking, my life. How would I, you know, maneuver? My language, bro. My language changed with this shit. You feel me? My everything changed with this shit. Like it had a completely different effect than anything else in my life, bro. Like it's my base, damn near.
I think that's a perfect segue for, you know, our last stretch of time is who ignited that, like kind of hybrid, who ignited that for you, and then operating around the outside world with expressing yourself creatively, because, you know, we see the world we live in right now is really not built for creatives. It's not the institutions, it's not cultivating creatives or space to be creative. So how do y'all navigate the people around y'all, and who are people around y'all that have ignited y'all creativity?
So I'm glad you said that, and I kind of can answer both of y'all questions at the same time. So Mike, from what you said, it's the only thing I'm gonna say is, because I agree with everything that they said, it's the same thing, so I'm not even gonna repeat that. But when I like am moving through life, I hear 3 people, and y'all gonna laugh at this. I hear my dad, I hear my instructors, and I hear David Goggins. I hear them 3 people when I'm moving through life, for real.
Funny
Like if I feel like I'm not on my shit, I start hearing
That nigga
things in my
David
head
Goggins
that they have taught. You feel me? Now David Goggins is more
I
so.
only hear 2 out of them 3 niggas. I hear my pops nigga and the instructors for real.
I hear David Goggins too, because that nigga
You
just
hear that
it's-
little bitch inside of you?
Yeah, that's the shit. It'd be like, nigga, are you being a bitch right now? Like, nigga, get up and move. You know, but in terms of who ignited the fire in me, I think it was different at different stages.
Yeah, for real.
The first would be my father and my older cousin, and just kind of igniting that fire to do something, you know, and even if it's in the creative space, like go fight for it. If that's really what you want to do, show me something. You know, like they're not gonna give anything. It's not gonna be all saw. It's nigga, go get it. Show me something.
We was just talking about that too, bro. Me and Jay was talking about that. Like, I feel like niggas be wanting shit handed to them, man.
that
You gotta grind and do the. I
Yeah.
said you gotta do the knowledge like we did,
Yeah,
nigga. Ain't nobody
yeah.
been holding our hands, showing us how to. So how you wanted to rap? You learn how to rap. You ain't ask niggas, hey man, how much he charge you to do that? How you like how niggas be, man, be
You
asking
can't
for sauce.
overly add. You gotta just
be
go.
big
Niggas
Niggas
don't
don't-
will ask you like, what studio y'all using to shoot the podcast before they share it.
before they share it, man. That's just crazy.
You know
You
what I'm
snake
saying?
ass niggas.
How much they charge? How much they charge y'all to do that before they even
Pocket
report? You
watching
feel me?
snake ass niggas.
I just
like
put on
that
my
type
story.
of-
You gotta watch out for them people who only show love when they in need of some sauce, bro. When they in need
No,
of some
for
sauce,
real.
for real.
And to piggyback off, veggie back off of what Ben said, nigga.
Ain't no way. Hey, no way, bro. Just said veggie back. I'm about to. He said I'm about to piggy back. No way, bro.
Before
Veggie
you
back.
say that, I do want to shout out one more thing though, in terms of who, like, cause like I said, it said stage is like y'all, bro. Y'all ignite the fire too.
I was gonna say
that's
the
real
same
nigga
thing.
activity.
That's
man.
what
That's
I
real
was
nigga
gonna
activity.
say.
That's real nigga activity.
Just
for
the
sure.
people you want, make sure you got a good circle around you. For real.
Two people that I didn't mention outside of my pops and the instructors, bro. You feel me? My siblings played their role in a completely different, you feel me, ways. Like, I got an older brother and a little sister. Having a younger sister is unlike anything I've ever, like, experienced in my life, bro. I don't know how to explain that shit. It's just a different type of, like, it was an internal flame that she lit when I was only 6 years old, bro. You feel me? That just started having me low-key think differently about life as a kid. And that helped me just with expression in general. Cause I think shit now sometimes like, okay, Issa, bro, you can't do no knucklehead shit. You feel me? Like me and her just had a conversation about that shit yesterday. She was telling me like, you can't do no knucklehead shit, bro. Like, what the fuck would niggas do around this bitch if, you feel me, shit go left, like shit like that. Right. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I just think differently because of her and y'all niggas for sure, bro. Like, every time that we are together linking in whatever facet that it may be, music, creativity, podcast, business ventures, whatever the fuck we're doing, bro, I sit back for real and be like, damn, these is really my niggas, bro. Like, it's a lot of niggas that don't do shit. You feel me? It's a lot of niggas that don't do anything at all. They don't contribute to their surrounding environments, like, at all. You feel
Bro,
me?
that's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear.
You all contribute
That's my
something
biggest
to each
fear,
other.
dog.
And
like,
I'm grateful for the contribution that y'all give, and you feel me, vice versa, bro.
Facts,
Like,
man.
it's not no.
Like
Niggas don't have to be perfect, but bro, don't sit down and do nothing, bro. You can do something.
I'm not
bro.
looking for perfection. Anybody looking for perfection need to wake up.
Fight for it.
it don't exist. That
Yeah,
don't
it don't
exist.
exist.
We gonna have this. Gonna have to be a whole nother. we can go another hour on the creative process.
Get on that ass
but
and
like, I say like the first one is my mom. Rest in peace to my mom. Like when she heard Limbo, bro, like we got a song Before the World End out now, Limbo, like she made me finish it because she was like, bro, this shit is fire. Like what the hell? Like she was like, I knew you rap, but nigga, like this shit
what the
crazy,
fuck? Yeah.
you know? And like,
That's
bro,
hard,
like
bro.
literally one of the last gifts she got me was she took my album cover and blew it up into a poster.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
fucking hard,
So it's
bro.
just like,
That's beautiful.
Nigga,
for
I
real.
can't. This shit can't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Facts.
word.
That's beautiful, bro.
That is beautiful. I feel like my mom, one of my, she inspired me, or what was it, influenced me the most?
Ignited.
Ignited that fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My mom, well, really, initially, it was my pops, just because he's a music head. Like, I know we in a different stage of life now, or different era, so CDs not in.
Nigga, I had a CD
got-
player, bro.
My pops probably got like thousands of CDs in the basement.
Nigga, y'all remember the little
thing,
CD
the
books
little-
that you could
Yeah,
play?
like he still got
Nigga, do we all have the
crates of
same
CDs.
dad? Bro, like what the fuck?
He would pick me up
Bro.
from school,
Hey, that's
take
Everybody
me to
pops
the
had that shit.
CD store with him, and I used to hate it in the moment. Like I'm a kid, I'm like, man, I'm trying to go home. Like he take me to the CD store and shit, but I appreciate it now, cause that kind of lit that fire in me. And another, like, I feel like just everybody kind of ignite that fire, cause you like a reflection of everybody in a sense. So like everybody around me just ignited, even people I don't know. Like I'm just like
I was thinking that too. Like it's so
Yeah.
many people. It's some people I should definitely shout out, but it'd take too
That's,
long.
yeah, those was the
And I
main
think
niggas.
it's dope when you say that because you can feed off dark and light energy.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah, I'm faking that.
I'd be like Michael Jordan. Like somebody like the other day
took
said
that
my
person.
name
I
wrong.
took that person.
Like,
Took that person.
and I'm like, I took that person.
For
You-
real.
Like how you say my
I ain't
name?
gonna lie, I used to check niggas all the time as a kid. Like, I never played with my name, bro. You feel me? My people told me don't do that shit. My name is Issa, nigga. Like, teachers used to substitute, used to be trying to read my shit. I just be like, bro, Issa. Like, you for real though, as a kid. Like, don't say my shit wrong.
People fuck my name up too.
Nigga, what?
Man.
What Marcellus? People would say that shit wrong.
That's
Mark.
The
crazy.
show say that shit.
Yeah.
Marcellius.
I'd
What
be
they be
like, it's
saying?
Marcellus.
Man, no,
feel
yeah.
that.
I would
Niggas say, what?
as far as like who ignite, man, like pretty much along the lines that y'all said, bro. I feel like my parents, you know, it's crazy at work. I just had to talk about what my why was too, and it's the same exact thing. So I said, I feel like I watched my parents just sacrifice so much time, money, energy just to see me and my brothers, be in a good position. I feel like I owe it to them. Like that's the best way I could pay them back, is showing them that I care about my future. You know what I'm saying? Showing them that I care about all the sacrifices that they made, that I appreciated that. So I feel like that's really what drives me, and just being and like how you say you can feed off both energies, man. I genuinely feel like with this rap shit specifically, it's so much weak ass shit out there, so many weak ass rappers. When it is somebody who actually does have the talent, people aren't as open to it. Like I feel like when you go to somebody and be like, hey man, I make music, they be like, oh really? Like, yo, you a rapper, okay. You know what I mean? But then they hear our shit and be like, damn, like y'all actually do this. Y'all actually. So I feel like that's what drives me, bro. I'm trying to eliminate all these wannabe ass niggas that think they can do this shit. And when they can't, I feel like that's especially taking, like I said with that last tape and moving forward, bro. I feel like that's the approach. That's my mindset to it, is that like, bro, I'm doing this shit because we are the ones. I want to push this shit, and we gonna break through. We gonna work, we gonna grind, we gonna do, because the talent is there. Jay, we was just talking, man, it's crazy. Me and Jay be talking about like these same topics all the time, bro. J. Cole said he would hate, like what really like made him lock in was, he said, I would hate to look back on this time and be like, the only reason we didn't make it is because we didn't do enough. Yeah. We didn't work hard enough. The talent was there. We didn't work hard enough. Jay said some shit. We niggas be 45, 50. Like, dog, remember in 2023 that we still playing shit from here? Like, man, we was cold, wasn't we? Man, we was. Man, that's gotta be the way.
That's a nightmare, right?
I did it. I'm like, hell,
that's a nightmare.
Playing God flow, like
we playing God. we playing Take Charge, like, boy.
Shit,
man, no, this was nigga. It. This was man. I would hate that, man. So we gonna.
Y'all remember them?
Oh God, that's how they. All right, man. We just gotta. That's the approach,
man. All right, man. Your nephew's like, okay. Y'all used to have something.
Y'all used to have some shit for real. Y'all used to. Bro, I would hate to look back on that.
Put a beat on.
I can't even.
They gotta live through you.
I can't.
I would hate to look back on this time and feel that way, bro. So I feel like, man, that's just what keeping me locked in, and wanting to stay focused, is just making sure that we don't have those regrets. You know what I mean? I feel like if you can control what you can control and give everything your all, bro, you won't have no regrets,
no matter what the outcome is.
Exactly, because that means it was outside forces that played a role in the outcome. I did everything I could do. If it didn't happen my way, then that means it was some other shit. That's what that was my biggest takeaway with football, bro. And that's literally, I had that realization. That's when I walked away from playing football. My coach literally looked me dead in my face and told me, "You want to be a starter? I don't see it for you, bro. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it." So I had to ask myself, like, why would I be waking up every morning, 6 in the morning, going to practice, weights, doing, if he's literally telling me it's not gonna go how I want it to go. Yeah. Now before that, I didn't miss a single weight lift. I was going to I did everything I could do. He literally told me okay, that's cool. I was able to walk away from it and find a new passion, you know, which was the music. You know what I mean? So I feel like I said, when you take that approach, man, you won't have no regrets at the end of the day, and that's how I feel right now.
We not at this point. We not taking no's, man. Like, if it's a no, that's just a lesson for the yes. You feel me? So
for real,
we gonna be consistent, and we ain't gonna stop. It's nothing that's gonna, you feel me? Make us give up. I do wanna. You was talking about your why, and I wanna point this out. Like, I wanna shout this out. I've discovered half of this recently. Part of my why, just like I'm sure many of us, bro. Like, I want to give back to my family, like the people that held me up. You know, that's like, I think about that shit every single day.
Yeah. Real.
Like, I want to, take care of my family, do the best I can when it comes to that, but also giving back to the community. And I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but I got some real plans. Like, I want to give back to the community in a big way as well. So I just want to show people, kind of like in an interview I seen recently with Billy Carson, like, I want to show people it's a different way to do this shit. Like, it's really a different way to do this and still be that nigga. Like, everybody want to be that nigga. Man, but it's a different way to do it and still be that nigga. So that's something that just came to my spirit that I wanted to point out.
I feel like people have like this they have the wrong picture of what being like a real nigga is, being that nigga is, man. Like it's multiple ways you could be, you could be that, bro.
I
It's
literally
multiple-
got that as a topic,
multiple
bro.
ways,
Oh, that's
multiple
right.
ways.
I was
What's
about
a
to
real
say,
nigga?
That's weird, though,
There's
bro.
multiple
That's-
ways,
that's
dog.
a
If you
fact.
take care of your kids, you're a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. A nigga say, "Oh, I'm real." You gonna take care of your kids?
Kids,
You're not a
yeah,
real
yeah,
man.
that's
You're not a
a
real
fact.
nigga in my
That's a
eyes.
fact.
You feel
That's
me?
a
That's that.
And it's
it's-
no excuse for that.
And it's no
There's
excuses.
none.
It is no excuses, man. If you just do that alone, you do that one thing, you a real nigga, bro. There's multiple ways, man. I feel like people get too caught up in trying to be what that image look like, bro. It then got lost on what it truly means to be that.
a
But
real,
I
matter of fact, be a real man.
Yep. And I tell Jay all the time, but we the ones that's bringing that shit back. We gonna. This is what this is for. We gonna get all this game and show y'all. You know what I'm saying? The steps to be what it take to be. Like I said, just real, just a real man in every aspect of the phrase. You know what I mean? So.
All right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And on that note, we out, y'all.
We out,
Yeah,
man. It's a
so
great
forward,
episode,
man.
man.
Do the
Appreciate
knowledge.
y'all.
For it. Like, subscribe, comment,
Share.
share.
All of that.
All
Tap
that.
in with the music. Tap in with Mike Tape.
Yeah.
When each drop, tap in with
Tape
that.
on the way.
Everything, bro.
Sound shit,
Look through
son.
everybody catalog
J
shit they
shit.
got going on, man. Get to know us.
Group
feel
shit
me?
on the way.
Yeah, man.
We ain't
So
gonna talk about that. Though.
we'll see y'all. Next episode gonna be great too. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what the topic is.
All right, y'all.
Love.
Introduce